Fellas, you want to get your lady in the mood?
That's unsanitary to scrape your butt on the floor.
Are you gonna get French kissed by an anteater one time? That's it?
We're at work, sir.
Yeah, so we got Onlyfans questions. We got some Reddit stuff that I found, and then we got some stuff that you found. But what give us the update.
I feel like I've been sick for like a month. Realistically, what is today? The day we're recording this is February 3rd. Yes, I've been sick for about a month. It started with just some stress that turned into gastrointestinal issues. Like I literally gave myself gastritis from being so stressed out.
Yeah, but you make it sound like it wasn't, because I don't know how many thousands of dollars have been spent on the trying to go to different doctors and emergency.
Oh yeah, so it started, and then it was like, oh, I probably got some like food poisoning or something. Like, let's just wait it out. And then I gave it like several days, and I ended up going to the emergency room, which is like out of character for me. I don't do that. That's how bad it was. And they were basically like, oh, honey, you stressed yourself out. You need to go home and relax and take some antacids. And I was just like, are you kidding? But no, they like ran blood tests. They gave me an EKG. It was like big dramatic thing. And then, so here we are a few weeks later. I'm just kind of, working with my PCP, just checking up on everything, making sure all systems are running properly.
Yeah, so you've been pretty much out of commission for a while. So we're actually just now kind of getting back in the groove.
Yes.
And just in time for the biggest complaint that we're seeing all over the internet right now, which is Instagram.
Yeah, so I got sick, blah, 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 took all this, whatever. But I always kind of like batch make my content for social media. So while I was sick, I was like posting on Instagram just for my regular stuff. And then I like come back and like Instagram's just not working.
Yeah, so I'm going to open this subreddit.
Okay.
Because this kind of...
I picked up on this in my own personal experience. I came back from being sick, and then like I just noticed pretty immediately that like my views were just crazy down. My engagement was down, all my traffic was down. And so I'm like walking around being all super frustrated about it. So here's a subreddit, someone saying, is anyone else experiencing very poor engagement? Literally posting daily, similar quality to videos that have gone viral recently, yet no results. Strategies that worked last month won't get 1,000 views. I'm at 9,500 followers. Everyone on this subreddit is saying, and there's obviously several comments and people showing screenshots of their reach and engagement being down, all similar to mine, around like 47%. It's almost like they turned the dial on all of us the same. So what is your take on this? Like, because I'm just doing the same thing. Like, I have what else am I going to do,
I see this happen all the time, where Instagram in general tends to kind of come and go in waves. The reason that I think people are feeling it more this time is because when we were experiencing all these things, and plus Super Bowl, it's always
the Super Bowl is coming up
football season, and especially towards Super Bowl. So that's a big factor also. But I think the reason people are feeling it so much more this time is because this time last year when everybody was having the same freakouts and everything, at that time, TikTok was a bigger player. And so most creators also had equal, if not more, traffic coming from TikTok. And now, as people have migrated away from TikTok and are pushing more on Instagram Reels, the waves and the fluctuations of Instagram are felt a lot more.
Speaking of Reddit, I also pulled up this subreddit that I thought was kind of funny. So the title is just Male Creators in Your Inbox. And this person writes, "This is just a little vent about something weird I noticed. I'm new to promoting on Reddit and I expected weird messages or whatever, but 8 out of 10 times it's not some random porn watcher, it's a male creator. Like, are you like you're here to sell content and so am I. Why are you sending me your dick and trying to flirt with me right now? We're at work, sir." I thought that was so funny because this is something that, I mean, any female creator that's been on the platform gets this shit.
Well, yeah, drop a comment. Let us know how many of these that you get. But for you personally, you get a ton of male creators who want to collab with you.
Yeah, so I don't look at DMs anywhere except OnlyFans, so I don't know if they're sending them to me anywhere else, but I get them on OnlyFans all the time, and I'm kind of like this too.
I'm still convinced that there's some guru, some YouTube guru out there somewhere telling dudes that there's this new way to get girls, and instead of subscribing to their OnlyFans, you need to just set yourself up as a creator, and then you can, pretend like it's a collab, and then you'll have higher odds of getting with her. And
the economy is not great right now. You gotta shoot your shot sometimes. They kind of get in there and like, hey, let me just try it. Good for you. Get it.
Well, I know, but okay, even if they did actually, hook up with a girl to collab, that doesn't benefit the male creator in terms of business. Like, it's
no, but if they get a subscriber, like,
well, that's the thing. I talk to male creators all the time. Their audience is not women. That's just what it is.
Females are not paying for. I mean, I could be totally wrong. If you're a female that pays for porn,
I'm sure there are
know,
some, but like in terms of having a $10,000 per month OnlyFans account and being a man getting women to pay you money to see you date, it's just not. Well, also, I don't think
in that scenario, it's not a female paying for porn. It's a female paying to get close, just the same as, men do. They're like, hey, like, I want to chat this girl up.
Unless you're Dr. Mike, then maybe you could pull it off.
That I might subscribe to.
Maybe if you're,
I don't know, just out of curiosity.
Which you can tell everybody how you became so interested in bathroom hygiene.
Okay,
when Dr. Mike
listen, I have a story. There's an explanation.
Okay,
so you're the one who actually I caught you. You were watching Dr. Mike the other day because I knew about.
I don't have anything against Dr. Mike.
Yeah, so you were watching Dr. Mike for some reason the other day, and I came in and you were watching it, and we just sat and watched it, and then you like left the room, and I was just there, and I was like, hey, I'm not subscribed to him, so I just subscribed, and then I started like looking through his uploads, and I was like, oh, I haven't looked at these for a while. Because I've known about Dr. Mike for a long time. He's been on YouTube for a long time now. But he looks a little different now. Like when he first came into my awareness, maybe like several years ago, he was younger, whatever. I think he's like 34 or 35. But now he's like getting a little bit of gray hair. He's just like, fully matured now. I mean, not that he wasn't, but he looks a little different now. And so I was just like, and then he had this video that was like about what not to do or something in the bathroom. And I was just like curious. And then it just happened to have all these shots of him like in the shower. And he's just got this like water coming out down his chest, and he just like so perfectly looks at the camera and smiling, and I'm just like
There you have it, fellas. If you want to get your lady in the mood,
turn on Dr. Mike.
Put on that Dr. Mike, boy.
He looks fucking good. Period.
Yeah. So the point is, unless you're Dr. Mike, it's going to be extremely difficult to start an OnlyFans account and sell content to a female audience. It's basically the lesson here.
Got it.
Okay. By the way, if you want to join us in the OnlyFans Level Up community, that is where I share all of my best secrets and strategies for OnlyFans creators, many of which are hitting really big numbers, as you may have seen from various guests on this podcast. But either way, it's a great place to be if you want to network or learn all of the best secrets and strategies to grow your OnlyFans account. You can find all of that information with the link down in the description below. But for now, back to the podcast.
Okay, so yeah, this game we saw on another podcast. Shout out to Chelsea Lynn and Paige Jin.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the viral podcast with Chelsea and Paige, super funny podcast.
I'm a huge fan of them. I've been watching them forever. And their podcast is fucking hilarious. So if you have not seen it or heard it, check it out. But we saw them playing this game. It's a game, but like I'm not sure how you actually play it. But it's
just like a would you rather.
Yeah, it really is. But do you want to just like take half? And we could take turns. Okay, so I'll go first. And I mean there's only two of us, so this is not gonna be that amazing, but
we need to get a live feed going.
Yeah, that would be fun.
If you guys want us to set up some kind of live thing, live chat while we're podcasting, maybe we can do that.
Okay, so I'll go first. Would you rather be forced to lick every doorknob you ever use, or be French kissed by an aggressive anteater?
Like I get French kissed by an anteater one time? That's it?
I guess. But the licking every doorknob you ever use, that's going to be a fuck no for me.
Well, yeah, the anteater.
That's disgusting.
That's a no-brainer.
Even if that was one time, I'd rather French kiss an anteater.
If you had a French kiss an anteater every day, well, even then it's probably cleaner than licking doorknobs.
100%. Sign me up for the anteaters.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Would you rather embroider hornier than you on all your clothes, or shoot yourself in the kneecap with a nail gun?
Oh, I would just put hornier than you on my clothes. I do not think that would, I think that'd be hilarious. But we don't have like traditional jobs either, you know? So
yeah, but shoot yourself in the kneecap and your knee is damaged
with
forever.
A what? A nail gun? Oh, fuck no.
Like maybe you could heal fully, but you'd probably have problems with your knee for the rest of your life.
Yeah, no. Okay. Would you rather casually bring up anal in every other human interaction, or be woken up daily by hot urine waterboarding? Oh my.
Probably the anal one. Because if you
what if it's like your
I know, but it's saying
aunt or something.
I know, but the hack is that it's every other person. So you can strategically set up your interactions to where if
how
it's
many
like,
people do you want to talk anal with?
I know, but okay, so let's say that you're one interaction and I bring up anal. That means the next interaction I have, I don't have to do that. So I could just strategically.
So you'd have to talk to me every other person for your whole life.
You could do that, or get waterboarded with piss every single day.
Yeah, no, can't. I'm not into the golden showers.
So you do the anal one?
Yeah. I'm not shy though. I would just be like, yeah, we have to talk about this. So,
or you just choose like one person, and then that person just always knows, like, as the person who talks about anal. Yeah, I would just kind of give a
disclaimer and be like, this is something that I have to do. So
I met this person, and they literally just talk about anal every time we talk, and that's just what it is. And
Yeah,
then
people would think I was
you basically
disgusting,
just
and then
use
they
that
would,
person as the anal person that you talk to.
and then they would stop talking to you.
Well, then you got to find another one to have the anal talk.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather only be able to drink liquids that have been gargled by another person, or wear nothing but a thong and Crocs next Thanksgiving?
I couldn't do the gargling, so I would have to do the next one, and we would have to have Thanksgiving at home. But assuming that we had to just have it with our families, I don't know.
Yeah, wearing nothing but Crocs would be weird with family.
You can only drink gargled liquids for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I'm more of a like.
I would just
if
die of
one of the options
dehydration.
is a one and done deal, then I'll usually choose that. So
So you're gonna have your dick out at your parents' house?
one and done, get it over with.
Oh,
But then you don't have to worry about anything.
I know, but you don't have a child. I do.
But if the gargle, that's a life sentence, the gargling, or you just do a one and done.
Wait, the gargling is one time?
No, that's a life sentence. You do it for the rest of your life. You can't drink unless.
Okay, there's no rules, so I would just say I'll do the Crocs and thong, and we would just have to uninvite a couple people.
Would you rather only be able to wipe your ass by scooting around on the carpet? Why is there so many shit cards in here? Like just all about taking a shit. Or have ears that look exactly like vaginas.
What was the first one?
You can only wipe your ass by scooting around on the carpet like a dog when they go like to.
Oh, I would just have the vaginas on my head because content, and you could just cover them with your hair.
I mean, technically you could cover it with your hair, but I couldn't.
Wait, does it just look like a vagina or it is a vagina?
No, it just looks like a vagina.
Oh. Well, yeah, just cover it with your hair. That's unsanitary to scrape your butt on the floor. And then this last subreddit that I ran into that I thought was interesting. Would you rather date someone who was just the ultimate person for you? Just matches you perfectly, like same work ethic, same personal interests, same eating, sleeping patterns, lifestyle, whatever, but they are not your type physically. Like you're not physically attracted to them, but they're the ultimate person otherwise. Or would you rather be with someone who is smoking hot, whatever your definition of that is, perfect person on the exterior, but they're just not it for you personality wise? You guys do not click, you don't get along, whatever.
This one's a no-brainer for me. Like if the option was a super hot but psycho crazy tire slasher, if I have to date a psycho hot girl, then I'm just gonna be dead anyway. Like there's too much stress. You lose 20 years of your life, and then you just become withered and just no. There's no. That's an easy one.
I don't have quite as quick of an answer. I think for me, it's more like I would need to get along with someone, but that's something you could learn to do with a crazy person too. I think that physical attraction is important.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying
so I want to be sexually attracted to my partner.
Yeah, but that's like a temporary, okay, if I'm not attracted to this person at all, but I had to get it handled, that part of it handled.
No,
I could mentally tap out for that portion of it, but then the rest of your life is stress free. There's I don't know. There's no problems. You can enjoy your life without the torment of being with a crazy person.
I guess I would try.
Okay, so we'll do this one post that I came across in Reddit and see what you think about this one. This one's not an OnlyFans question, but it's just a interesting situation. Oh, post was deleted.
Well, just tell me what it said.
Okay, so from what I remember, it was basically this girl, and she's dating this guy, and she, and her boyfriend's friend is always with them, like hanging out and blah blah whatever. And then she started to notice like her boyfriend's friend was always kind of like doing little subtle flirty things and whatever. And then one day she noticed his email or his username on her OnlyFans. And then so she started noticing him on her OnlyFans. And then when they would hang out in real life, he would just pretend like nothing, like everything was normal. And then nothing was happening and whatever. And then at some point, I think she confronted her boyfriend about it. And then he basically was like, no, he wouldn't do that. And da, da, da. So he was like defending the friend. And then she was just like, what do I do about this kind of thing?
That is interesting.
So what would you do?
If I found out that one of your friends was looking at my OnlyFans,
yeah, like if you've discovered one of my friends like that is at the house all the time or hanging out in real life, and it's not the type of person that you would ever think that would do that, but then you like notice that he's on your OnlyFans,
I would tell you.
yeah, so you would tell me, but then I'm like, no, you're lying, he wouldn't do that.
Oh, I would just show you. It's so simple. If I could prove it, it's so simple.
Yeah, well, I think in this one something happened to where he like deleted the account or something, so she couldn't prove it. I don't remember exactly, but there was some kind of situation like that.
Well, in this scenario, it's kind of just one of those things where if they did and then they deleted it, it kind of comes with the territory. Like this is, I have my links posted on my YouTube and my Instagram or whatever. Like anyone can find it. It's part of the game we play, You would just, you as a friend to your friend would hope that they would, not do that, I guess. And if they did, maybe it was just like a pop in, look, and pop out. And like, you still don't want your friend to do that. But if they did, like, what the fuck are you going to do about it? And would you be upset if your friend did that? I guess that's for you to decide. How would you handle it?
I would just
that person commented right there, GeoBlog. That's my answer.
I don't know.
I mean,
it is the nature of the business, so you can't like throw a fit about it.
And anyone can get a VPN. Like he can just get a VPN. That's the thing. That's like, I guess that's what my first point was. Like, what are you going to do? And then that's up to your, like, the person's husband, like, or boyfriend.
Yeah. It's like, I wouldn't get mad because it's the nature of the business, but me, I know I would never do that. And if someone's willing to do that to me, then I'd be like, okay, like I don't want to associate with you.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get into some OnlyFans questions. Okay, so question number 1. It seems like people are only having success on TikTok and Instagram, but I don't want to make videos like that. How can I become successful just using Reddit and Twitter? What would you say?
Get on TikTok and Instagram.
yeah, exactly. It's like I want to. That's like being okay. I want to become a professional swimmer, but as long as I don't have to get in the pool or get wet.
Yeah, some people do find a lot of success on Twitter.
Yeah, which there are people that make it to the top 1% just on Reddit, just on Twitter, but that's not a common thing. And so,
yeah, not anymore. I mean,
yeah, it's not. I mean, to be in the top 1% as a direct result of Reddit is a massive grind. Like you got to be posting and constantly getting upvoted. Like it's not, to me, it's not a sustainable way to grow but yeah, I mean, the market is the market and the business is the business, and you can't cherry pick. You can't choose like, oh, I'm going to be successful, but only in the terms that I choose. You have to choose things based on what works, not based on what you feel you want to do or not do. Basically, that's what I would say. I don't know.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. So the next one, how do faceless creators become successful? The steps they took. I guess what are the steps they took? How long did it take? And the challenges they faced and how they overcome. So basically, how to make money as a faceless creator. So this is one that I get probably more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I wrote some examples here. So my general response to this is kind of the same as the previous question. Like you can't, like, there was a time when you could just do that in 2019, 2020, 21. You could be a faceless creator. You could just post on Reddit. You could, start a faceless TikTok account and do all that kind of stuff. And there was a certain percentage of people that did pretty well with that. And that's just simply not the case anymore. Again, it's not something that's impossible. Like there's people that get some degree of results being faceless creators.
Because there are some girls who are really big creators that are faceless, but you have to remember, like this example you're about to give, Naked Baker, she's been around for a fucking long time.
Yeah, so I put, because there are exceptions. I mean, it is possible, and the best example of that exception is Naked Bakers. Okay, so I'm going to bring up Naked Baker right here because there's a handful of faceless people like this who have done extraordinarily well, but this is, I mean, if you're just dead set on being a faceless creator, again, this is not somebody who's just, on Reddit posting faceless or a little faceless TikTok account or whatever. She's actually created a real personal brand as a faceless creator. She's got just hundreds. So all she does is she basically just makes these little recipes and she has her friends over and it's basically just a vlog where she's cooking food and she's
I don't know how
naked.
Active she is on this account anymore, but so this account she started obviously like years and years ago, 5-6 years ago or something.
Well, she's so big now. I doubt
Here 10 days ago. So she's still making content, but the authenticity of this woman is incredible. She is so genuine and her content is so good because of it.
Yeah, so if you're dead set on doing the faceless thing, then the advice is the same as my advice always is, which is build an actual personal brand in a niche. Like she's built a personal brand basically in the food niche, cooking niche, and the fact that she's been able to pull it off faceless is super impressive. So overall, I would not be faceless, but if you are, then do the same thing I would say if you're not faceless. Build a personal brand. So, but yeah, she's super impressive.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Shout out to Naked Bakers.